Hey everybody, Foxy here. We're in the third and final Fearless Action Hour. And today is the last day of the month. And this month in Fearless Generations, our theme is present moment. So I thought I would talk about present moment for a little bit. So present moment can be a difficult place to live in. I have practiced living there for a while. I can tend to live in the past. I can tend to live in the future. I do that a lot because I like to plan and I like to think of that time when things will come together and life will be easy, like that's going to happen. But I like to pretend that in the future it will be. And so I have a tendency to live there. But that's not going to support me with actually creating a future that I like more than the current life that I have right now. So by putting myself in the present moment, I can actually create or have that future life that I'm dreaming about by the choices that I choose right now in the present moment. So in the present moment, I can choose to take a risk. I can choose to say no. I can choose to say yes. I can choose to research something, get a better understanding or clarity around what this new future would entail. What are the steps that I could take each day to attain this future, right? And then if you're someone who lives in the past is over. So how are you letting the past affect you in the present moment? Are you even moving forward? Or are you letting the past hold you back and keep you stuck? So what are things that you can do in the present moment to support yourself in leaving the past? Maybe there's some forgiveness work you can do. Maybe there's some releasing or letting go of stories or lies that you've been telling yourself, or learning more fearless tools that can support you in making different choices than you have in the past, so that your story changes, that your situation changes, and you can let go of that past because you are living something different in the present moment and going forward. So there's different ways to support ourselves in living in the present moment and experiencing the present moment. And it's finding out what are those ways that supports us the most, right? And some of those things could be really focusing on our sensations, bringing ourselves back into our body. And because sometimes we can get so distracted, so just all over the place, overwhelmed or whatever. And we're thinking about all these things outside of us. And sometimes it just helps to breathe and really concentrate on your chest coming up and going back down, the sensation of the air coming in your nose, the temperature of the air coming in your nose and going out of your nose, the sound of the air going in your nose and out of your nose, or in your mouth and out of your mouth. Really focusing on those type of things, focusing on touch, or, the touch of your clothes, right? Focusing on, feeling, the sensation of your face, touching your face, not only the skin of your face, but the skin on your hands, right? You feel it on both places. So different things like that, really bringing yourself down into a more manageable space, right? You're in your body, you're not out here all over the place. And another thing is also getting really focused on what is right in front of you. So, is there a person right in front of you? Like memorizing their face and their outfit and their facial expression. Are you in a room? What is in that room? Really looking at each detail where you could close your eyes and tell someone where everything is in the room and what it is, because you have so focused on everything around you that you know what it is and where it is. Different things like that help you to slow down, pause, and come back into your body and bring you back into that present moment. So that's one tool that we use for present moment. Another tool that we use is asking yourself the question, am I making it up or is it true? And this is usually something you can use if you're living in the past, but it's also something you can use if you're projecting that into the future. So something can happen and you make up all of these stories about it. You assume and exaggerate and all this kind of stuff about a situation, and you take that with you into the present moment. You take it in with you into the future, and it fumbles it all up because half of it's not true. And so it gets confusing and it can ruin relationships, and it could have you feel limited or stuck or bad about yourself. It all depends on what you're making up. And so if you can challenge your stories, you can challenge the things that your fear is telling you and really get to the core of it and say, is this really true? Are there facts? And this is really true, or am I making something up here? Because parts of the story are very much true, but then there's other parts of the story that are made up. And the reason why we do that is because our brain wants a full picture. So if you think of a puzzle and there are pieces of that puzzle missing, it's really frustrating, right? Our brain wants to fill in those missing pieces, and it makes up a piece and puts it in place. And you think you're seeing the real puzzle, but there's pieces that actually don't go in that puzzle, and they're making the puzzle look different than if you had the correct pieces there. So you're seeing a distorted version of the puzzle or of the situation or the person or whatever's going on. So by challenging, excuse me, by challenging the puzzling and saying, okay, are all of these pieces the true pieces of this puzzle? And then take out the ones that are fake, and then ask questions, explore, have a conversation to truly fill in the rest of those pieces with the actual factual pieces that go with that puzzle. So I hope those things can help you and support you in staying in the present moment. And I will see you later.